Hello guys, what's going on? This is ASAR Studio once again. We're here in Photoshop and I bring to you another awesome tutorial. Today we're going to be retouching this photo and doing some color grading. Alright, so now that you know what the video is all about, if you're new to the channel and you like what content we're posting, kindly subscribe, and if you like the video, kindly hit the like button and turn on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever we post video. Alright, so let's get back into the tutorial. Now, a couple of things we're going to be doing is to do some color correction. First of all, I like to turn the hair black and also like to color grade and also do some frequency separation and color correct the skin tone. So let's start with the skin tone. First of all, I'm going to actually come here to the adjustment layer and select hue and saturation. Alright, so let me quickly close this one and explain some certain things. Now I know that the color, there are different color variation on our skin tone or skin color. You can see over here it's actually yellow and her cheek is actually reddish. We know she's putting on makeup, but I just want to correct most of the thing and bring out the real natural color of our skin. So I'm going to come back to the hue and saturation and then pick the amp tool, and I'm going to click somewhere close to our cheek, which is going to select the red channel, and I'm going to increase this to where we have something like this. But let's just increase it to the brim and then bring this till the red part is actually selected. If you take it here, you see that some part are not selected, so just the red part, reddish part, and then we have it like this. Let's zoom out a little bit and you can see some of our hair also is actually selected. Alright, so now we can off and on. So now let's reset this back to 0 and try to correct the skin tone. So taking it here, make it red, and taking it back, we actually blend the skin, and you can see before and after that the red has been reduced while a little of the makeup is actually still there. I'm gonna leave it like that, and let's see before and then after some of the red reduced, trying to bring out the color. So next thing we're going to do, let's create a scan visible layer like we normally do, and for this one I'm just going to turn it off. So let's come here and then do some frequency separation. So each Ctrl J twice, make this one color, and you can pause the video or skip the video if you already, skip the video if you already know how to do frequency separation. And this is going to be texture, so I'm going to quickly do the frequency separation. And for those of you that don't know how to do frequency separation, it's actually separating the color and the texture. So I'm going to turn off this one. On the color layer, I'm going to go to filter, go to blur, and then Gaussian blur, and I'm going to blur it to, let's say, 6.4. The more you blur, the more skin texture you have. So I'm just going to leave it like this, and then click on OK, go to texture, and then turn it off, go to image, apply image, and we're going to select this layer and click color, and blending mode, click subtract, and then click OK. Now you can see that I've selected the texture, separated the texture and the image. So for this one, I'm going to change it back to linear light, and then we're back with an image. I'm going to group it all together. Alright, so I'm going to turn this one off, and then I'm going to start with this one. For the color layer, use the mixer tool brush. For the texture layer, use the clone stamp tool. So mixer tool brush, let's blend the colors first of all. So if you don't know how to do frequency separation, there are a lot of videos online you can actually do, and watch them and come back to the video. Alright, so I'm going to pause the video now, and then I'm going to do the frequency separation. Alright, so I'm done with the frequency separation, and you can see the before and the after. Okay, let me turn out the one we actually before and then the after, so you can see we've actually done the frequency separation. So let's move to the next one we're going to do, of which I want to change the air, the hue of the air. So I'm just going to quickly grab the hue and saturation again, and we can actually use color range, but let's see where the air color is, and let's make use of that so we can actually see that we've selected the air. So but this time around I'm just going to mask it out. So let's close that, and let's pick up the brush tool, and I'm going to make it bigger and let's clean, make the foreground color black, and I'm going to clean it from basically where I know it's actually brown, so something like this. I think some parts, okay, let's not make that place, let's Ctrl Z, and I think it's actually okay like this. To make it look natural, I'm just going to take some parts upwards and let's clean some. Alright, so now we have that. I'm going to go back to it and let's see the one that actually, which is the red we adjusted. I'm going to make it 0 back, and then we can actually decrease the brightness just like so, and we can also decrease the saturation of it to make it blacker. Okay, we can change the hue to something looking like that. Okay, let's leave it like +3. We can actually also desaturate it to more and decrease the brightness also. I'm going to click that and we're good. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is to drag this one above drag it above, yeah, it's above. I'm going to close that, and once again we're going to do some color grading, of which we're going to be using the camera raw filter. So I'm going to hit Ctrl Shift Alternate E on the keyboard, and I'm going to go to camera raw filter. So I'm selecting this and then go to filter, camera raw filter. Don't know why my system is slow. Alright, so here we are in camera raw filter, and this is going to be fast. So I'm going to go to the basic tab and quickly let's bring up a little bit of the blacks and bring down the whites. Okay, let's bring down the white a little, just like so, and then increase the highlights. Just want to get more highlights from our skin, but seems it's actually going too bright, but just a little, and then bring down the whites just like so. Okay, so now we're going to bring down the shadows to create more contrast. Bringing down the shadow, bringing up the blacks, and you can know the black is actually here. I'm going to increase and get some of the texture that we need. So +5 is actually okay for that. I'm going to close the basic tab and then go to the curves, and we can actually create more contrast with the curve. I'm going to leave that just the way it is, and you can turn if it's too much, just a little, and then go to color mixer. And for the color mixer, I'm just try to bring out the color of the skin the more. So let's increase the oranges to create more balance. I can also increase the yellow, and I'm just going to leave that is a saturation. I'm actually not going to go to the hue, but for the hue of this one, I think we can actually take it back to where the blues is, and also the purple, take it back just a little. Alright, so I think we're done with that. For the luminance, nothing, unless we want to bring back the red. Alright, so let's try and see if the lips can actually be red if we increase the red. So nothing's actually happening. Then we can do that manually. Then let's go down to the calibration panel, and then I'm going to increase the red primary just like 13, and then bring back the blues the same thing like 13 or 12, and let's take the green forward, take it back and see what happens. Okay, so I think forward and backward, which one works better for me? I think I like the one going backwards. You can actually turn it off and on. Okay, then let's see about this one going forward. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it at 13 also for the forward, and we can actually hit OK on the keyboard. See what Photoshop has for us. So now we're here. One more time, create a vibrance, and let's give it more skin color. I think that's actually okay, unlike the saturation, and we're good. So let's create a stem visible layer, and we can see before and after. So stem visible layer, and then I can group all this together, and I can turn before and after. Let's turn this one off and turn the frequency separation, turn this one off, and we can see from before, and then this is our after. Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and if you want to make our lips red, that's actually very simple. Let's go to the hue and saturation, and actually I'm just going to show you the fastest way. Just increase this, and let's see, take it up and increase that till you have something. You can actually change it. Let's reset and go to the red. Let's see, go to the red. Okay, so just a little definition, then we can actually invert and go select the brush tool and bring this one down, and I'm going to paint on the lips. So paint on white with the lips. You can take a soft brush. I think the brush is hard, so bring this one down, make the brush soft, and now you can actually paint on the lips just like so. So you can do this if you want. Alright, so if that's too much, you can actually change the hue if you want it red like that, and I think you can decrease the saturation a bit. You want it any color you want it to look like, but I prefer red, prefer this one, and I can actually decrease the opacity to have something lovely. Alright, so that's okay for me. So if you like the video, don't forget to share, don't forget to turn on the notification button. You're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Once again, this is ASAS. See you in the next video. Thank you.